Do you remember this story from your primary school days? King Alfred the Great is on the run from the Vikings, right? And he dives into this vast network of salty marshes that completely covered this area during the 9th century. And he sees this little mud hut that belongs to a swineherd and his wife. And he tells them that he's a deserter from the English army, and they agree to hide him. And the swineherd goes off and gets on with his jobs. She goes off and does her chores. And Alfred's sitting there, completely wrapped in thought, and he doesn't notice this huge black cloud pouring out of the fire, and the swineherd's wife comes back in, and she is absolutely livid. "You couldn't be bothered to keep an eye on my cakes, could you?" she says. "But you wouldn't mind shoveling them down your throat when they were baked, would you, you greedy fat lummox?" So what does Alfred do? Does he storm off in some kingly huff? No, Alfred the Great is a man of the people. He's like some 9th century Che Guevara figure. He just apologises profusely, and in some royal way that I've never quite understood, he uses the whole experience as a kind of learning curve that enables him to gather all his people together and lead them in another charge against the Vikings. So, is that just a little romantic tale? Or was it based in historical fact? Well, the Time team is in Somerset this week on the Somerset Levels, and we're here because one particular Somerset family has got a very interesting piece of Alfred's history right on their doorstep, and they'd like us to try and sort it out for them.
Dear Time team, for over 50 years my family and I have founded Athelney. We are aware it is the site of Alfred's Abbey, and it is believed he had a fort here. Can you produce any evidence of those buildings and show what Athelney looked like in Alfred's time? Yours sincerely, Tim Morgan, Athelney Farm.
This week's Time team are Mick Aston, Bristol University landscape archaeologist, Jerry Barber, Bristol University environmental archaeologist, Phil Harding, Wessex Archaeological Trust field archaeologist, Carenza Lewis, Royal Commission on Historic Monuments, Robin Bush, archivist, and Victor Ambrose, historical illustrator.